Who is confused? Is the consumer confused, or is Pepsi confused?
Good morning, Brandon. Well, according to Indra, it seems like the consumer is a little confused. I mean, they read a report one day to be low fat, the other day, it's low sodium, and so the packaged food companies have to stay on trend. I think Pepsi's doing a pretty good job of doing that. It's just that some of the trends tend to be a little conflicting.
Ken, does it matter how much Pepsi, makes its soft drinks healthier? Is the consumer just changing tastes and moving away from soft drinks anyway?
Yeah, that's exactly the case, Vonnie. And it's happened for a while. There's a secular shift away from sugary drinks. We know that. More interestingly, though, they're moving away from artificial sweeteners. So Pepsi said a few weeks ago it wants to take a look at aspartame, maybe take that out. So, it's another in a series of trying to be in tune with the consumer. Carbonated soft drinks still account for about, half of Pepsi's beverage sales, so it's still very relevant, but it's a falling percentage. And they know that the trend is juices, the flavored waters, and the energy drinks. They know that's where the growth is.
Ken, Pepsi, of course, is also a food manufacturer as well. Is the story of Pepsi right now really the story of Frito-Lay?
It is right now. Frito-Lay is a powerhouse. I mean, simply put. The packaged food group in the U.S. is basically flat right now. There's virtually no organic growth. It's coming through all pricing, generally speaking. So Frito-Lay, who's putting up, 2 to 3% or so unit volume growth, that's what we're expecting in this quarterly report, is really standing out from the crowd.
Ken, it is a single-digit company. There's no other way to put it. That's unacceptable. Is she under board pressure, and how does she create high single-digit, better than nominal GDP revenue? How is she going to do it?
Well, it's going to be a challenge, Tom, no doubt. You have very mature brands and, in very mature categories, and the company's doing as well as can be expected among its peer groups to grow. But I agree, even Pepsi's targeted a 7% currency neutral, kind of a long-term earnings growth paradigm.
What do activists want? I mean, do they want to split up with the company, or do they want an acquisition? Or, I mean, what's the to-do list here? The single digit is unacceptable.
Well, the activist, namely Tryon, was fighting hard to break the company up, split the beverages and the food, the idea being each could then pursue their separate paths, allocate capital better, the same story. But Pepsi stock prices perform well. Again, it's performing fundamentally pretty much better than their peers, and the stock price has reflected that. For now, the focus is on continuing to innovate on the top line, cut costs. The company has very ambitious, cost targets out there. $1 billion a year, about 2% of its cost and expense base, pretty material.
Okay.